Thought I'd come to you live today because I've been thinking about something. Amanda and I, my wife, have been putting together some trainings on leadership. And I think a lot of you out there are suffering right now, and I wanted to make sure that you got this message. So here it is. We've been putting together some of the biggest mistakes we see in leading a virtual team. Now, I'm going to go over just one of the mistakes today, but we actually have 5. So if you want the full training on this, you can go straight to genehammett.com/mistakes, and it'll take you right there. There's no login. It's just a video there that you can get about the 5 mistakes to help you be a better leader during this time. And it really is about you stepping up to the next level because your team deserves it. Now, I'm coming to you today to talk about the number one most expensive mistake, and here's the clue. It's right behind me. Behind me is a list of leadership books. Cracking the Code, Traction, even my own book, The Trap of Success. All of these are the problem. Well, the books aren't the problem. Actually, you leaders are the problem. You think that reading the book is enough. Knowing leadership principles is enough to make you a good leader. It's certainly not going to make you a great leader just by knowing principles. So what do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. I talk to a lot of people that are out there that are pushing to the next level, that are trying to be better leaders for their team. They're trying to figure out their opportunities through this COVID-19 thing that we're all dealing with. But here's what I see. Even if you're reading, even if you're listening to podcasts, even if you're listening to videos like this, it's the problem. If you're not actually applying the information, if you're not actually doing something with it, if you're not actually becoming a better leader, trying the different aspects. There's an example of a book that reminds me of this. Radical Candor. A lot of people read this book, but are people who read this book willing to be courageous enough to have the difficult conversations with the people in their lives? And the answer is, not many are. They're reading the book, they're telling their friends they read the book, and then they put it down and then they pick up another book. Information is not enough. That's one of the most costliest mistakes in leadership. I'm coming at you today because there's a training that I did with my wife, Amanda, about the 5 costliest mistakes of leadership. One of them is thinking that information is enough, that just reading the book is enough. That doesn't help you. So what have I done? With Amanda, we wanted to create something to really help people see what the core principles of real leadership is. One of them is letting go of being a manager. Managers are great, but in this time, when we're doing something and we're looking for new opportunities, we don't need managers to optimize the task and make it just a little bit more efficient. We need people who are willing to lead others, to truly dig deep and become the leaders that are necessary. I see all my friends, some family members logging in here, so I want to say hi, but I say this to you. If you are reading a book, and there's nothing wrong with this book. There's nothing wrong with my book. There's nothing wrong with any of the other books that are back here. They're all great books. But what are you doing with it? Are you actually applying it with your own leadership? And what I find is too many people rely on containing information, talking about it a little bit, and then letting it go and picking up something else. And this is the problem. Leadership is done through application. Leadership is done through the hard work of having difficult conversations and having the conversations that really make you grow and make your people grow. I've been working with leaders for the last 8 years through their defining moments of their journey. And I notice many of them get stuck on learning. They brag about reading a book a month, some of them a book a week. But I ask them, what are you doing to become the leader that your team deserves? And they pause. And they say, well, we're trying a few things. We're doing a few things here and there. They go back to focusing on the strategies and the metrics of growing a company, which makes sense because it's comfortable. You know what's not comfortable? Growing as a leader. This time right now that we're going through is something that we all have to rise up to the occasion. If you're an employee, you have to rise up and do just a little bit more to make sure that you're serving your team. If you are a leader, you've got to do a little bit more to serve the people. I want to guide you. The free training that I put together with my wife is it's about the 5 mistakes. If you want to go get the free training, absolutely free, no logins, no anything, I know people here are more my friends listening to this right now, but I'm also putting this on my podcast. So if you're on my podcast listening to this, then you want to make sure you go to genehammett.com/mistakes. There's a short video on there about the 5 mistakes and about a case study that we shared with you about it being a better leader. We use it in the terms of being a virtual leader, but really here's the secret. It's about being a better leader that your team deserves. So with all that being said, I wanted to create this video because the most costliest mistakes that leaders make is thinking information is enough. And I'm here to tell you, it's not about the information. It's about how you connect with people. It's about how you inspire them, about how you allow them to grow and have difficult conversations, about the rituals that you have. It's about them taking ownership. And employees, if you're listening to this, your leaders should be getting you to make decisions. They should be not micromanaging you. They should really asking you to step up. And you should take that proudly right now because we all have to step up. I bring this to you because I love what I do. Absolutely. It is the heart and soul of who I am right now, is helping leaders grow. We have a new program that is announcing that is really about you growing as a leader. If you're a first-time leader or if you're a leader for 5, 6, 10 years, this will be applicable to you because I have been working with founders and CEOs for the last 8 years to help them grow as leaders. Many of them on the Inc. 500 list. Most all of them are on the Inc. 5000 list at some level. Now, the reason I work with such fast-growing companies is because I really love growth. I love the challenge of it, and they've been growing. And that's what I bring to you as some of the insight inside this training. Now, there is a program that we are announcing inside this that is very special. You'll have to listen to the video because you'll see how special it is. I've never done this before. If you've ever wanted to work with me, if you've ever wanted to be pushed to the next level as a leader, then you can take that video at genehammett.com/mistakes. You can take in the 5 mistakes. You can see the case study. You can see what it really takes to be the leader that your team deserves. And if you want to work with me and my team to be a better leader, then it's your choice. But the time is running out. This deal closes on Wednesday at noon. Watch the video, genehammett.com/mistakes. You will get some insight around leadership that you can take and apply and use it yourself. Or you can learn how you can support a charity that we're actually donating 100% of the proceeds of this program to. It's very inexpensive. You can afford it yourself. Your company can get reimbursed on it. But here's the key. It's all for you. All right. So I will log out. Again, that URL, genehammett.com/mistakes. No login required. Listen to it. If it's right for you, I'd love to see you in the program. If it's not right for you, maybe you can share it with someone that you know wants to be a better leader, that wants to step up. This is a chance to work with me and my team to be a better leader. I will support you through this for the next 6 weeks, but it closes on Wednesday. That being said, as always, lead with courage. We'll see you next time.